Hey, Michael here. We're at Michael Waltrip Racing today doing a little business work. I wanted to give everybody an update from St. Louis this past weekend, and man, what a fun weekend it was for our team. First of all, Trevor Bain, 19 years old, grabbing the pole in the Out Pet Care Toyota. That was amazing. You know, he's a guy that gets up in there and mixes it up with the Cup regulars. And we haven't seen that a whole lot in new kids on the block, guys that come into the sport and are able to get up there and immediately contend and be competitive. And Trevor's done that. Saturday night, he beat and banged his way to a third place finish. Great job, Trevor. I mean, I loved what I saw out there. Jerry Baxter made a call late in the race to get Trevor that track position he needed, but then it was on. Trevor's tires weren't as new as those Cup guys, and he never backed down one bit. Stayed right in there and fought with them, got knocked sideways and put 3 wide, but when they threw the checkered flag, he was in third place. And those types of races are career changing. We've seen a couple of those from Trevor this year. Earlier this season in Vegas, he finished 6th, but again, he was up there in the middle of the Cup guys racing for those spots. So great job by Trevor and the team. Proud of Jerry to stand up there, bow those shoulders out and say, we're staying out, Trevor, stay out. Trevor said, okay, if that's what you say, boss. And it worked out. Great job, team. At St. Louis this past weekend, Ryan Truex made his long-awaited debut. I say long-awaited because, man, he's been 18 for like a week. So it was time for him to get out there in the NASCAR Nationwide Series and mix it up with the stars of the Cup Series. And man, a great job by Ryan. He was able to qualify 19th, was fast in practice prior to qualifying, top 10, and then qualified 19th and raced his way into the top 10. Picked cars off one at a time, and by halfway he was solidly inside the top 10. Made a run up into the middle of the top 10 late in the race, but unfortunately spun around and hit the outside wall. But I've never watched a kid suck in and learn as much as he did in one race this past weekend. Mike Gricci was calm on the radio. Fuzzy, his spotter, everybody just was giving Ryan every piece of information he needed to go out there and contend. And when he spun around, I talked to him after the race, and he's like, I can't believe I did that. But, you know, that's what you have to do. You're going to have those types of accidents when you start to push the limits. And what I liked about Ryan, he did that late in the race. You know, he spent all day long taking his time and gaining spots. And late in the going, he was running his fastest laps of the day, and the thing just got away from him. But that's okay. I remember when Jeff Gordon showed up, I talked to Ray Evernham. He said they would carry a frame straightener with them to every test or every race they'd go to, because he knew that Jeff was eventually going to spin out and crash. That was just the way he did it until he learned what was going on. That worked out pretty good for Jeff. I suspect it'll be the same for Ryan. Well, we had a weekend off in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, and just another few days to celebrate Rudimann's big win at Chicago. Great job by David and Rodney and all the men and women here at MWR that made that victory possible. Such an important win, the way David went about securing that checkered flag. So tomorrow night, big party here at MWR, inviting all of our partners, fans, and friends to come and join us for a toast to David Rudimann and the entire 00 team. Obviously, Tums was on the car at Chicago. Aaron's on there most every week, Best Western occasionally. So we got some great partners on the 00 car, and got some big news coming up this week. One of those partners has some exciting stuff going on around the 00 car and David Rudimann. We're going to announce that Friday in Indy, so be sure to stay tuned. So when you head to Indy, it's always a big week. NASCAR comes to Indianapolis. I remember the first trip we made there back in the 90s and racing on that famed racetrack. There's just a different feel for that race. There's a few big events during the NASCAR Sprint Cup season. Of course, the Daytona 500, the All-Star race. Certainly you'd put the Brickyard 400 right up there with that. Travel over to ORP and do a little bit of truck racing. I'll be there for speed, calling all the action from the trucks. The nationwide race Saturday night with T-Bane back, gunning for his second straight pole there at ORP. That'll be fun. And I've got a real busy weekend. I'm going to do an autograph session up at Dave Illingworth's Toyota dealership just outside of Indy. Then we're going to go to the press center on Friday to make a big announcement. Watch for that. Then Friday night, it's the trucks on speed. Saturday, I'm going to go to Roanoke, Virginia, and open up the doors to Michael Waltrip's Comedy Garage with Tim Wilson and John Reed. telling jokes, and having fun. It'll be a tremendous amount of fun. I'm looking forward to hanging out with Tim, one of my favorite comedians forever. He's got some great material. Know John a little bit as well. He's the Hemi guy on the Dodge commercials. You know, has it got a Hemi in it? So make sure you get a ticket and come check us out. Saturday night, and then of course Sunday, it's back for the big Brickyard 400. I'm going to be an in-race reporter or owner dude or something. So I've got some serious responsibilities, not only making sure my boys have everything they need, but then doing a lot of stuff PR-wise for our team, making sure everybody understands that we need you to go to Napa and get you a part, go to Aaron's and lease you a quality home furnishing electronic or appliance, or buy a Toyota, or stay at Best Western and drink a Coca-Cola. Just a few of the things that are near and dear to my heart. Hey, thanks for writing in on Facebook with your questions. April, my next race is Talladega in October. I was fast there in the spring. Watch closely. Signed your hat. And Dot, that's so sweet. I appreciate you asking me to marry you. I'm flattered. But I promised Macy I wouldn't do that.